Now,
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has arrived in Vladivostok in eastern Russia ahead of a summit on Thursday with President Vladimir Putin. The summit will be the first between the two leaders. Possible topics include economic cooperation and North Korea's nuclear program. Kim is concerned about U.S.-led sanctions against his country over its banned nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles programs. Russia has called for the sanctions to be eased. Well, the latest on this story, let's cross over to our correspondent, Emily Sherwin, who's standing by for us in Moscow. Emily, what kind of reception is Kim Jong-un getting in Vladivostok?
Well, Kim Jong-un was welcomed at the Russian border with bread and salt, which is the tradition in Russia for welcoming guests. And he also was received by an honor guard in Vladivostok. The city itself took pains to prepare everything for the leader's armored train and for his special limousine. In fact, there are media reports that they even further dug out the driveway to the train station so that the limousine could fit through a gate there. There are also additional security precautions in place. The meeting is expected to take place on Ruski Island, which is a peninsula just off Vladivostok, and authorities are saying that the maritime traffic could actually be closed down around the island. This meeting has huge symbolic importance for Russia. It's the first meeting between Putin and Kim, and Russia has invited Kim to come to Russia several times. They're vying for a role in the denuclearization process, but it seems that Putin still wants to keep the upper hand in the meeting. He wasn't there today to welcome Kim and will be arriving later on.
Tell us why this meeting is taking place at all between the two leaders. What sort of expectations do Kim and Putin have for their summit?
Well, it's hard to know whether we can expect any breakthroughs. After all, this is the first summit between the two leaders, but it does have huge symbolic importance for the Korean side. This is Kim basically showing that he has other diplomatic options apart from the U.S. when it comes to denuclearization. After all, this meeting comes at a time when talks between the U.S. and North Korea have stalled. In Hanoi, at a summit in February, North Korean officials walked out of the meeting, and last week officials were railing against U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, saying that he should be taken off the talks. So perhaps Russia is hoping to jump in there. And of course, we shouldn't underestimate, of course, the fact that Russia and North Korea also share a land border, and Russia simply wants stability on its borders.
Emily, thank you very much for that. DW's Emily Sherman there in Moscow.